the wu-tang. The 9-member Staten Island collective positioned themselves as an insurgency. Their name, drawn from the kung fu film Shaolin, and wu-tang evokes martial duality and perpetual battle. This wasn't marketing. It was the crucible, forging their art, business model, and legacy. They fought the exploitative music industry, mainstream hip-hop conventions, and most consequentially, each other. 4 pivotal conflicts represent distinct fronts in this war for artistic integrity, financial sovereignty, and cultural dominance, each battle revealing different facets of what it meant to be revolutionary artists navigating an industry designed to exploit Black creativity. Once Upon a Time in Shaolin represents one of the most audacious intersections of music, art, and commerce in the 21st century. Recorded secretly from 2007 to 2013, this album was explicitly framed as a protest against music's devaluation in the digital era under producer Silverings and executive producer Raza. The project aimed to restore music's status to that of a singular, high-value artwork, rejecting the streaming model that reduced songs to mere commodities, consumed and discarded. Only one copy was pressed in 2014, stored in a Moroccan vault. The sale agreement stipulated no commercial exploitation until 2103. Though private listening parties were allowed, the number 88 carried deep wu-tang symbolism. 8 original members. The year 2015's digit summing to 8 auction house paddle 8 and the rotated 8 forming their infinity symbol. The physical presentation featured a hand-carved nickel and silver box with a leather-bound manuscript. In 2015, the album sold for $2 million through Paddle 8, making it the most expensive music work ever. On December 9th, 2015, Martin Shkreli was revealed as the buyer. The Farmer Bro had already gained global notoriety for raising Daraprim's price by over 5,000%. What was intended as high-minded artistic protest became linked to one of capitalism's most reviled figures. The Wu-Tang Clan immediately distanced themselves, promising to donate significant proceeds to charity. Shkreli embraced the villain role. He toyed with destroying the album, mused about making it require a spiritual quest to hear. After Trump's 2016 victory, he streamed excerpts online, violating the project's spirit. The philosophical debate transformed into spectacle. Shkreli's ownership was brief. After his 2017 securities fraud conviction, a federal court ordered him to forfeit $736 million in assets, including the album. The government took possession, and in July 2021, Department of Justice announced its sale for Shkreli's exact outstanding debt, $238,480.30 to Hong Kong entity WTC Endeavors. In October 2021, a crypto collective PlisserDAO revealed they were the new owners, having paid approximately $4 million, demonstrating how the album had nearly doubled in value despite never being publicly released. The conflict evolved into legal warfare over intellectual property. In June 2024, PlisserDAO sued Shkreli after he bragged about possessing copies, hosted listening parties, and threatened torrent release. A federal judge issued a restraining order, and proceedings pioneered a novel argument that the unreleased album qualifies as a trade secret under the Defend Trade Secrets Act. This landmark development typically reserves trade secret law for corporate information like chemical formulas, not music. The court's acceptance of this argument creates new legal territory for artists seeking to protect exclusive works. If upheld broadly, this precedent could revolutionize how rare artistic creations are valued and legally shielded in the digital age, offering musicians new weapons against piracy and unauthorized distribution. Ironically, Shkreli fulfilled the album's purpose. While sale to a conventional patron would have made a quiet statement, Shkreli created a high-stakes moral conflict, capturing global attention. His villainy, taunts, government seizure, and legal battles amplified the conversation about music's worth beyond what the clan could achieve alone. The conflict itself became art's most valuable component. During the turbulent mid-1990s, a philosophical conflict brewed within New York City itself. Symbolic friction between Wu-Tang Clan and Sean Puffy Combs' Bad Boy Records. This rivalry of vision, not violence, battled for East Coast hip-hop's identity through contrasting aesthetics, business models, and ideologies. The clash represented fundamental questions about authenticity versus commercialism, underground credibility versus mainstream success. Each camp developed loyal followings who viewed the other side with suspicion. Wu-Tang fans dismissed Bad Boy as sellouts. Bad Boy supporters saw Wu-Tang as pretentious and uncommercial, yet both groups were innovating and expanding hip-hop's boundaries in their own ways. Under Raza's vision, Wu-Tang championed intentionally raw, gritty, unrefined sound. Their production was menacing, cacophonous, raucous, rugged raps, and filthy beats, deliberately keeping sniffles, coughs, and dirty drums in the mix. Reza sampled obscure kung fu films and soul records, creating sonic collages that felt like archaeological discoveries from hip-hop's future. In contrast, Bad Boy pursued polished, radio-friendly, aspirational sound. Puffy's philosophy refined raw talent for mass consumption. He pulled Biggie from Bedford-Stuyvesant, polished productions, and made him a battle rapper turned sex symbol. Bad Boy sampled recognizable hits, making hip-hop accessible to pop audiences. This wasn't conventional beef marked by diss tracks and violence. It was symbolic competition for cultural supremacy within New York. Wu-Tang represented the streets as untamed collective force, a militia of witty, unpredictable voices that bum-rushed the show, forcing industry notice of ground-level happenings. Bad Boy represented black entrepreneurship and mainstream ambition. Puffy built a multimedia empire, translating street credibility into corporate success, complete with shiny suits, high-budget videos, and crossover hits. Despite differences, Method Man featured on Biggie's Ready to Die, demonstrating shared Brooklyn-bred foundation, showing that rivalry didn't preclude respect or collaboration. This tension created a competitive crucible benefiting the genre. The polished, commercially dominant Bad Boy likely pushed Raza to emphasize avant-garde sound, maintaining the clan's unique identity. Wu-Tang's undeniable street credibility forced Bad Boy to maintain ruggedness, giving artists core authenticity. This dynamic created space for the next wave, Nas to Jay-Z to the Lox, to navigate and synthesize these poles, forging their own legendary paths. The rivalry also represented deeper questions about black artistic expression and commercial success in the 1990s. Could hip-hop maintain its revolutionary spirit while achieving mainstream acceptance? Both were right, both were necessary. Their coexistence proved hip-hop's capacity to contain multitudes, accommodating raw street poetry and boardroom ambition simultaneously, ultimately expanding the genre's cultural and economic power exponentially. Sometimes revealing conflicts are small, contested moments magnified into legend. Inspector Dex removed verse from Tupac's 1996 classic Got My Mind Made Up is a microanalysis of artistic hierarchy, collaboration politics, and ambiguity's powerful role in hip-hop mythology. Produced by Daz Dillinger, the monumental collaboration featured Dez, Kurupt, Redman, and Method Man. What's less known, another Wu-Tang member, Inspector Deck, recorded a full verse described as potently charged and visceral. The removal reason was never definitively established. Daz claims Tupac deemed the nearly 5-minute track too long and ordered the 6th verse cut. Method Man's compelling account, Deck's verse was so lyrically potent it overshadowed other contributions. Deck murdered that shit. This fueled speculation that Tupac, known for competitive spirit, feared being shown up on his own album. Kurupt supported this version, claiming he witnessed Tupac's reaction to Deck's performance, adding credibility to the narrative that artistic competition drove the decision. Though excised, Deck's ghost remains. Producer Dash snuck the rapper's ad-libs into the finished work. At track's end, Deck's voice chants signature ad-libs, Ioness the rebel, sis, bliss. The ambiguity became more culturally significant than truth. Multiple contradictory stories transform mundane studio decision into durable hip-hop lore. Tupac's legendary status magnifies with the notion his standards were so high he cut a verse for being too good. Simultaneously, Deck's reputation as revered rapper cements with the same idea. The myth proved more powerful than reality. Wu-Tang's most persistent conflicts were internal. You guys' long-running grievances against Raza and business structure are a definitive case study in sustaining large, revolutionary, artistic collectives, incarcerated during much of their 1993 debut recording. His presence was minimal, few bars on Protect Your Neck and one verse on They Are Mystery of Chess Boxing. This position here is odd man out, missing foundational camaraderie and breakout stardom enjoyed by Method Man, Old Dirty Bastard, and Raekwon. Those early recording sessions without You God created bonds and inside jokes that would define the group's chemistry for decades, leaving him perpetually on the outside looking in. As less prominent, You God found himself at the back of the line for solo deals. When Golden Arms Redemption finally released in 1999, he felt it lacked support and high-profile features. In November 2016, frustrations escalated into a $2.5 million lawsuit against Brazier and Brother Mitchell Divine Diggs. The suit alleged You God hadn't received proper royalty shares for 6 years, despite contributing to approximately 170 tracks. His 2018 memoir, Raw, My Journey into the Wu-Tang, portrayed Brazier as a control freak who fundamentally mismanaged the group. Brazier consistently refuted allegations, recasting actions as necessary leadership and sound business practice. He claimed to be You God's staunchest advocate, insisting he remained after incarceration when others wanted removal. He personally financed You God's solo debut for over $1.5 million, never recouped, which crippled his label. The relationship is a volatile cycle. Public feuding followed by reconciliation. In March 2024, Raza reveals recent studio time with You God, recording a track called A Settlement, because we settled all our problems, signaling another fragile piece. This decades-long dispute exposes fundamental tension, clash between collective brand and individual ambition. You God's perspective is founding, partner in brotherhood, demanding fair share based on membership and contributions. Raza's perspective is CEO, allocating resources and judging value based on market performance and return on investment. The Wu-Tang Clan's history through these conflicts is a masterclass in struggle's dual nature, power to both create and destroy. External conflicts solidified revolutionary identity. The Shaolin saga became accidental performance art masterpiece, forcing global referendum on music's value in the digital age. Bad boy friction was necessary. Philosophical debate defining 1990s hip-hop's aesthetic poles, creating competitive tension, fueling innovation, and broadening the genre's landscape. Internal conflicts reveal profound challenges, sustaining revolutionary collectives. Dex Lost Verse mystery illustrates how small artistic friction moments blossom into powerful myths, reinforcing legendary status. You God's grievances expose structural paradox, tension between unified brotherhood ideal and harsh, individualistic music business realities. These conflicts ultimately define what Wu-Tang became. Without Skrill's villainy, the Shaolin album would have been forgotten. Without Bad Boy's polish, Wu-Tang's rawness wouldn't shine as bright. Without internal strife, their brotherhood narrative would ring hollow. Ultimately, the Wu-Tang Clan's legacy isn't harmonious unity. It's a testament to resilience of an entity forged in and defined by constant, dynamic, often painful struggle for a group built on lyrical combat ethos. Battles never truly end. This perpetual motion of sword and shield has carved their indelible and complicated place in history.